Okay, hey, welcome to this video, which is showcasing my version of the PBRT exporter. If you've got to this stage, you've opened up the test file, as you can see here, test.mb, which is provided, and this will give you a scene looking like this, which has got 4 directional lights, a bunch of other lights around the outside, different types of primitives with different translations and different materials applied. So everything that was in the core. Now there's a bunch of things you're going to have to do in order to get started with this, just to set it up on your system. So the first thing is to make sure that you've got a PBRTV2 source folder set up somewhere. Inside this, you'll need to, under the binary directory in the source file, you'll need to put in PBRT and PBRT-TGA. And they're provided along with this hand-in. One exports TGA images, the other exports EXR images. That's just how we've set it up. So you've got that. The other thing you're going to have to do is shoot across to the file system. So we're in the PBRT exporter file under the renderlink.py. And you'll need to make sure that this variable, PBRT renderer path, is set to the absolute path of the PBRT source directory on your system. So yeah, here, this is my path. And the reason we're doing this is because we changed directory here in order to call the render command, which is here. So we don't need to get into too much of that, but just make sure this variable is set, otherwise it won't work. Cool. On that note, you'll also want to make sure that this file system, PBRT exporter, and this file, PBRT exporter.py, are located within the plugins directory of Maya. And again, this is all just detailed within the hand-in documentation, but also the README file. So given that, we've effectively set it up and we're good to go. What we want to do is we want to go Window, Settings, Preferences, Plugin Manager. The last thing we will want to do is check this, which is the OpenEXR loader.bundle. This is a dependency that it uses to load EXR images into Maya. So you just want to make sure that that's turned on. I've got it on auto load here. The other thing you want to do, and I've just loaded it up before, but is to click this button, which is your PBRT exporter.py load, and that will load the plugin. Having done that, you can navigate to the rendering preset. You're probably in polygons, but you can navigate to rendering. Go up to render, and down the bottom you'll see PBRT, which is what you get when you initialize the plugin. So by hitting this, we presented with a dialog. We can choose a file name. So we could choose video export. A format, we can choose either TGA or EXR, but I'll leave that at TGA. And a resolution, so we'll go for full 1080. Given that, we can select a directory to save the PBRT file, and I'll just choose my desktop, that's fine. So we'll select that. And then it goes away and it starts rendering the scene and spits back this image. So as you can see from the result, I suffered as well from this normal issue, which we've all been talking about. We've all seemed to run into the problem. You can see like weird little triangles around here, and yeah. But the important thing is that they're all the right color and they're all in the right orientation and the right size. And to check that, we can keep this image. We can get rid of that render view and render just using Maya software. That'll give us this. And by navigating to the PBRT one, we see that they're in the same position. Generally, Maya spits out images that are brighter, but you can tell the lights are here, otherwise this whole thing wouldn't show. So yeah, thanks for following along. I hope everything worked for you. If there's any issues, feel free to email me. You've got my email. Awesome. Thank you.